Welcome back to Fox Lore. Here we are again with another coloring session. And today we're going to color this cute little fairy riding a snail. How fun is that? So I bought myself a set of markers that are acrylic markers, which is kind of a new thing, and lots of beautiful colors. So I thought I would try it on the coloring books, and I love the results. And I think if you wanted to get yourself some, you might like the results too. But in the meantime, grab your tools and let's color together that cute little fairy. Because the alcohol markers blend nice and don't look as streaky as some markers, I've decided to use the pale blue on the background. With these markers, you don't want to go right up to the line edge because it will bleed through and muddy up the other colors. You'll get the hang of how close to get, and you probably already have since you've practiced before. Each tool you use to create a picture, like colored pencils, crayons, alcohol markers, or paints, all have things about them that take time getting used to. So don't stress and just have fun. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Now that the sky is done, let's try out the acrylic markers on the bushes. There are a number of greens, from high value to dark. Let's start on the bushes that are closer than the sky but not in front. This time, we're going to use the acrylic markers. So many shades of green. Overall, we'll use lighter green values and save the darker ones for the stems of the closer flowers. There's such good coverage. But the difference between the alcohol markers and the acrylic paint markers is that the acrylic is smooth, good coverage, but it stops without spreading. You'll need to go right up to the line, and more care is needed at the edges. Always start in the background when you color and work up to the front. I know it's not as exciting as the main part, but the picture will always come out better. Busy Bee wants some attention. Let's color Use yellow, gold, and warm brown. When I turn over the page, you can see that the sky, where I used the alcohol marker, has bled through and shows up. This is why I always recommend using a heavy sheet of cardstock or cardboard behind the page. Then the page after won't get ruined with unwanted marks on it. It looks like the acrylic markers don't really bleed through. Bonus! Although I still recommend something behind, just in case. Even the darker colors, like this purple, haven't bled through to the other side. Some fairies are rumored to be a light, glowing green as they blend into the forest. Let's see if it will work for her. When we get to the final colored pencil part of the process, She will stand out and be really special. Remember that the darker colors go on the bottom of an object, and it will look rounded and realistic. Lighter colors on top for the bright sky or sunshine.
Now that it's all filled in, we can bring it up to the next level and finish with the colored pencils. They smooth everything out and enhance the details. Let's see how well this works to make our little fairy come alive. Once you're onto the colored pencils, it doesn't really matter where you work. It's just finding spots that you think could use a little oomph. Since we aren't worried about working in order, I want to give the fairy some extra details. When you use your colored pencils, it's best to take a very light touch at first and then build it up. That way, a delicate touch will bring the best results. One of the differences that I've found while working with the acrylic paint markers is that the colored pencils aren't as easy to lay down on top of the acrylic. With the alcohol markers, they go on smooth and soft. Having a lot of different tools and using them in the same picture takes some getting used to. You could always print out the page on cardstock for extra experimentation with your different tools and different styles of painting. Ah, the possibilities are endless. And of course, fairies need sparkles. The sparkle gel pens are one of my favorite tools. Once you have full coverage with the acrylic paint markers and colored pencils, you can always touch up some parts, like the little snail's freckles. These little dots do just the trick. It's so satisfying to see that the picture is complete, and the imagination you had while you were working on it will stay with you every time you see your beautiful masterpiece.
Well, I hope you liked today's video and it was inspiring for you, so you will be happy to work on your own coloring projects. And I hope that you will like and subscribe our videos and maybe leave me a comment if there's something you would like to see or try, or if you have any questions. That would be awesome. I'll try and answer everybody as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I hope you will come back and color with us again. Probably next time it will be some dinosaurs, because I like to switch back and forth between the fairy book and the dinosaur book. And I'm busy working on the new book. So we will see you next time. Take care for now. Bye.
Don't you just love fox law?